So I've had several people ask me about how I made this video, what program I used, and about the music for it, so I thought I would make a short little video explaining it. I used to use a different program, but that program is no longer available, so I use what came with my computer, Video Editor. There are a lot of options out there. This one's free, came with my computer. It's easy and simple to use, and so I have Windows 10. So when I get ready to make a video, I click New Video Project, name the video. I'll name this one Show and Tell, and then I have the project library here where I can add photos, and this will be the storyboard. And then this shows where the video, where I can watch the video and see what's happening as I create it. So I'm going to add some photos to the project library. And it's opening up the last place I added them from. So I'm going to grab Alex through Margaret's. Here, wait, I forgot to hold. Okay. So I'm going to select all of these and click Open. And all of them appear in my project library. They're all checked, so they're all ready for me to drag them into the storyboard. So I can just grab one, drag it into the storyboard, and now I have all 15 photos are in my storyboard. You'll notice that once they're added to the storyboard, they are dog-eared. Now they're no longer selected, but they're dog-eared. If I took one back out of the storyboards, I select this one and delete it. Now when I look up here, it's not dog-eared. So I can easily look in my project library and tell what's been added to the storyboard and what hasn't. I can take photos individually, drag them into the storyboard anywhere I want to, and now that photo is dog-eared as well. So I can look and see, okay, everything that's in the project library is now in the storyboard. I can move photos around. So I want to put these two wheels together, so I can move photos around anywhere within the storyboard. So usually the first thing that I do when I'm making a photography video of photos is to change the duration of the photos, because they're all 3 seconds is the default, and that's not long enough. I found that 6 seconds works best, so I'll hit Control A. Well, I need to select one, and then I hit Control A, and Control A will select all of the photos, and then it limits my choices of what I can do. With all of them selected, I can either add a title card or I can adjust the duration. Right now I want to adjust the duration to 6 seconds. So now all of the photos are 6 seconds. Unfortunately, now I have to go back and individually deselect them all. There may be a way to deselect them all at once, but I haven't found it yet. Control D doesn't work. Alt A doesn't work. None of that works, so I'll just go through and deselect them all. The next thing that I will usually do is go through and add motion, and that has to be done to each one individually. So I'll click on the individual one. This one with the line under it is selected, the one that's showing up currently. If I click on this one, it now has a blue line under it. It's selected. I'll start at the beginning. Once I have all of my photos in, and I select motion, and there's different ways to make them zoom in or out. This one zooms out from the center. You can let it zoom in from the left, pan right, different things. On mine, I keep it simple and just zoom in from the center. It's a subtle zoom, but it looks nice. While I'm here with the motion, I can also add text. So if someone, Alex has put her watermark here. So if someone has not put their watermark and I need to add their name, I'll select Fine Print and just type their name. So Alex Woodcock. And I just leave it at the bottom. You can move it around within the photo left, right, whatever. But I keep it at the bottom. I think that works well. So you can adjust the length of time that the text shows. Here shows the end of text, so it's going to end maybe a second prior to the end of the video. Let's see, if we move it out here, they've got it ending at 5.43 seconds. So I'm going to go, this is just a little, this slider here just is a marker to tell you where you are in the photo. You can move it along and see what the time signature is at any location, and I'll show you a little more why that matters in a little bit. But anyway, I always just pull it out so that the text covers the entire duration of the photo. So, and then once I've got motion and text on it, if it needs it, I click done, and that slide is ready to go. When I want to add a title card, I'll go ahead and click add title card. The default is blue, but just like with any of the others, I can now click on text, and that's going to give me, with the title card, I've got the option between text and background. So if I click background, I can choose different colors. If I want a custom color, I can slide it around on the wheel here. I can lighten it, darken it, click OK, and it shows up in my custom colors, but only for this project. It won't show up in custom colors when you close this project. So then I want to add some text. This one has several simple, right now it's got title in the last one that I chose, which was fine print. Holiday, I think that's what I used for the Christmas one. And you can move it around different effects, different places for that title to be. For the Old Mill Pond, I used this, Loved, and for the title, and I centered it. And so this shows the title showing for the full 3 seconds of this title card. 3 seconds is not long enough for a title card anyway. So once you've got the background like you like it and the text like you like it, you can click done, and now go back, and I need to change the duration of this one. So make sure this one is selected, click the duration, and we're going to go ahead and put it at 6 seconds as well. Now I'll show you what happens when we go back to the text. The text is at 3 seconds. If you pull this over, you see the text is at 2.96 seconds. So in order to make it the full time, I've got to drag that little slider all the way out to the 6 seconds. So that's one little quirk about it. And then say I want to add, let's see, this was close-ups. So say I want to add introduce the new section, so I want to add text here. So I'll go to this one and say I want to add some text. I want to choose the Loved. And you notice right away it goes by the last text that I had. So that's one thing you cannot do, is have two separate texts with this particular program. Can't have two separate texts on it. So say I want to go ahead and keep that with Alex Woodcock. I'm going to cancel this. That change won't be saved. So you see it still has her name at the bottom. So what I would do if I wanted to use this particular one to add, to use it to introduce the next set of photos, is I would go ahead and drag another one down here, and I would make the duration on it 4 seconds. And now this will be the one that I add my additional text to, because this will be a 4 second photo, and I can go ahead and add the text that I want. So I want this to say close up. I can add that text and have it cover the full 4 seconds. Click done. And now when I play the video, so I'm going to skip over a few seconds here. Whoop. We'll skip over to right about there. And I'll just show you as it plays quickly. The close-up comes in, that will play for 4 seconds, and then her name at the bottom. That goes away and her name is at the bottom. Just kind of makes a smooth transition there. Okay. So say I have one, here's another one of Alex, and it has she already has her watermark on it, so I don't need to add that. But I want to use this one. as a card to introduce a new section, the section of Rust. So the easiest way to do that is go ahead and on this one change the duration to 10 seconds. So when the duration on this one is 10 seconds, then I can add text. So go ahead and I've got loved selected, so I can type rusted, or rusty, I think is what we used. I can type rusty and pull this little slider out to 4 seconds. See, I watched my timer as I moved the slider back and forth, and now I can pull this slider to 4 seconds. Get my motion going, so it's going to zoom in the center, and I'm done with that one. So now as this one goes across, you see this one has Alex's name at the bottom and a little zoom in. And then this one for 4 seconds, the title will show, and then the remainder of the 6 seconds will just have her photo. So that's how I set all of that up with a title card. At the end of the video, if you've selected a song that requires attribution, then you'll need to add 2 title cards. Stuck that title card right here. I'm going to drag it all the way to the end. But I usually add a title card and just add a background that says the end. If you had one that with an attribution for the music, well, I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So I think that's everything except for that. Let's go to how to get the background music in here. The first thing you got to do is get your music to your computer. So I go to YouTube. Right here, this little icon, which will be your photo, or this one is for the club, so it's not the club. And then I'll go to YouTube Studio. I go to YouTube Studio. Right here at the bottom of this little line of just choices you have has Audio Library as one choice. When you click Audio Library, it's going to open up all of these photos, and there are hundreds of them. This is 1,216 songs. You can filter them by title if you know what you're looking for, by genre, mood, happy, sad, whatever, the artist name, if you know who is making them, and the duration of the song. Say I want one that's going to be, I'm making a video and it's 3 minutes, and I want a song that's at least 3 minutes. You can choose it that way. You can also choose it by whether or not attribution is required or not required. So let me show you what it looks like when attribution is required. You have this little license type. It shows CC, and let's say I wanted Mermaid Song. I wonder what that sounds like. We can click here and play it. Kind of weird, but okay. So say I wanted Mermaid Song. I look here and it says it's under the Creative Commons attribution. So you're free to use this audio track in any of your videos, including videos that you monetize, but you must include attribution information in your video description. So how do I get it? Get that attribution information? When I click download, it gives me that attribution information. It downloads right here, and I have the attribution information. So all I have to do is click the little copy section here. Now that's copied to my clipboard. So if it has that attribution required, I immediately, once I've copied it, before I do anything else, I go to my end title here, or maybe if I've already got this one saying the end, I can add another title card. But I go to that, I click add text, I click in this text box, and I paste that information right in there. I usually go ahead and then select the fine print. So now I've got the attribution, and that's done. I will go ahead and set it for a normal length of time, or I may set it a little shorter. It doesn't matter how I do that, as long as it's in there and it's enough time that it can be read. Okay, so then I click done, and it's already downloaded that song. So in order to get it into my project, I go to Custom Audio, Add Audio File, and right here is that audio file. It's an MP3 file in my downloads, and this is Mermaid, so I'm going to open it. And on this one, it's just having it in this one little clip. I want it through the whole song, whole video, so I've got to back up move the song there and stretch it out. And so now this song covers the entire video. What had happened when it came in, it uploaded or added the audio file just on that one little end, because that's where I was in the video. So, but I want it to cover the whole video. So then I can click done, and when I go back to the beginning and I'm ready to play, there's the odd, creepy song. Say I want to add another audio file. I don't want to use that one for the whole duration, so I can add another one. Let's get, these were some I was playing with yesterday. Now you notice this comes in right on top of that one, which won't work because they will both play at the same time. So what I'll do is I'm going to move this one, I'll move this one up to the front and get this one and move the timing of it to the end of that one, so that it begins as this one ends. See how that works? Click done. And now we'll hear that song. And it'll make a smooth transition right into the mermaid song, which is the creepy song. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Once you've got it ready, you can click finish video, and it will make it where you can, it'll allow you to save it and be able to upload the video. For now, the video is saved in Video Editor, so if I close it, then when I go back and open Video Editor again, it's going to be included here, ready to go. This is one I worked on yesterday, but it's here ready to go, modified February 13th, which is today. I can select it, and I'm right back where I was. Saves all my changes. So that's how I do it. I hope that helps.